Okay, so that was it. The marriage went off. I mean, on the long run, I got to understand why what happened to me. You see, like I said earlier, you learn from people's experiences or you learn from your experience. I learned from my experience. I learned the hard way. And I'm glad, honestly, I say till today that I'm glad whatever happened, because it made me become a better person. It made me understand better. And it helped me to now help other people. That's other presenters, the ones I started training, to show them the path which they should be taking so they don't make the mistake I made. Right? So let's go back to it. Why are you on radio? Have you asked yourself that question? Why the media? Haven't you realized that even the government, some of these people don't even want you to say things as they are? We see it as black, but people want us to call it white. People are in charge of what is being said in the media. It's just like in China right now. China, they are very, very intentional. You dare not post anything crazy about their country. They have their own YouTube, they have their own, social media stuff. Theirs is totally out of the usual social media that we know about, because you must only portray them in a good light. So you cannot really tell what is happening there. A friend of mine went to China, recently, and his line was actually blocked when we were talking because we were discussing some things and we realized that the government blocked his line until he left that place. It was crazy. So America, a lot of things are happening in America, but the picture the media paints to you makes it look like everything is rosy and is good. But when you get there, you get to see it for yourself. But in Nigeria, we just have a way of painting Nigeria in a bad light, forgetting that Nigeria is a beautiful place and great things are happening here. But of course, in the media, the bad news always travel fast. The airwaves, Now let me read something for you in Ephesians chapter 2 verse 2, and it says, in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world and of the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. Let me go back to it. The ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. Who is the spirit at work in those who are disobedient? It's the devil. It's Satan, the ruler of the kingdom of the air. The air. Oh my God. So why won't things happen to people? Why won't things happen to those who are called solutionists? As long as you have a voice, the enemy will want to silence your voice. As long as you have something tangible to say that will better the society, the enemy will want to stop it. And those were part of the battles I went through. It got to a point in my life, I had a dream, and in that dream I was saying to my mom, they're trying to silence my voice. They're trying to silence my voice. And guess what? Did it happen? It actually did. How did it happen? All this time that, radio, I was no more on radio, things started happening, I told you, and I went from from 100 to 0. On my own, I started doing podcast. The podcast was doing very well. Then people haven't started doing podcast. Like, podcast was not out there the way everybody used to do it. So when I started, I always focused on things people weren't talking about. If you check out my YouTube page, go back to my videos, you would watch some videos I talked about, some things I mentioned. The things people don't talk about were the things I always focused on. But guess what? The period it started working well. We're just starting. Before I knew it, things started going wrong. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. And then I get to try something else. And then I got to realize and understand, like, look, the route you took before is not the same route you're going to take this time. And guess what? I decided to go low key. but you know what, in prayers. So I have been doing a lot of things currently, but guess what? Behind the scene. And when it's time for me to come back on the scene, just like I'm doing right now, of course, spiritually, we are ready. Gone are the days where people will be like, one was naive. Now life has happened. We are better. We understand things better now. And we will not let the devil have its course. And that's why I'm back here to talk about things, battles that the media space is actually going through. The media should be known for wisdom and truth, not for lies, not for things that will kill people, not for brown envelopes, because of course I know that people are trying to get money to feed and all that things, but God is gonna help us. But hey, if you are in the media, I'm here to to encourage you. Don't go on radio and just blab. Don't go on radio and just talk. Go on radio with the idea that you know why you are on radio right now, with the idea that look, location, there are things that want to be in charge of location, so you should stand your ground, be in line with God, know this, know about the spiritual realm. And that is why I'm here to teach about the spirituality of the airwaves. I'm going to come much more giving you tips on what you need to know about the spirituality of the airwaves, letting you know steps you should take and what you should do, declarations you need to make, affirmations you need to make before you go on the mic and start speaking for yourself. If you love radio so much and you know that you've got what it takes, Monique is right here to be of help to you, because you know what? I have gone through the fire. I went through the tunnel. God had to refine me. And here I am again, this time with answers on the spirituality of the airwaves. We're going to do it together. I'm going to help you the best way I can, but with the help of the Holy Spirit, because I can't do anything without the Holy Spirit helping me. But of course, I'm here to help you, okay, to guide you through it. Amen. You should not go through radio living your life like that. You should go through radio in the sense that when you speak, people should listen. You should command authority. When you speak, people should tilt their head, turn and look at and say, who is this person? That's what I was experiencing. I'm still experiencing it right now, but I would want you to get to that realm where you just don't go on radio and you blab just because you have a fine voice. You need to have what to say. You need to have commanding words, intentional words. Don't just go there and blab and talk about what happened to in entertainment, what happened to Whiskey, what happened. Listen, the reason you are on that platform is for a great course. Is to change lives. It's to actually impact lives. And if you're ready to go on this journey with me, let's get on board together. All right, I'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Let this video go viral, let this video go round, let people start understanding that look, the airwaves, we need to take charge, because God has given us authority to trample upon serpents and scorpions. God has given you the authority in that place of work, that place you are, in that radio station, in that TV station. As long as you have something to say, as long as you're talking to people to impact lives, let it be that whatever you're saying are the things that will better the lives of people. And also remember to have a backing of the Holy Spirit. Don't just go on radio or television or social media just like that, just because people are doing it, so you just want to do it. No, I'm ready to go on this journey with you. Let's go on this journey together. I want to know your thoughts. If you've gone through battles, if you've experienced some of the things I have experienced, or maybe currently you are experiencing it now, you need help, I'm right here to help you. Don't be scared. Listen, I got you, okay? You've got what it takes. But remember, let God be in charge of whatever you're going to say. Before you get on radio, before you go on social media to speak, before you go on television to speak, ask yourself, am I doing this for the likes? Am I doing this for the comment? Am I doing this just to be a person pleaser? That is not the reason why God kept you there. Okay, you are in that position for something greater than you can imagine. Okay, so let's come on board together. Let's work together. My name still remains Monique, of course, a broadcast journalist with over 15 years experience in the media industry, encountered all kinds of battles, and I'm right here to be of help to you, to carry you through the path, to make sure that your life is actually better than mine. See you on the next episode.